Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. Look out for trouble. Hi, Lynn. How are you, honey?
Hi,
This
I'm
is
doing
Lynn.
great, Linda.
She's
How are
from
you?
Norway, and she's also a member of Foul Play, and she's, of course, a supporter of the guys and wrongful convictions. But she also started Instagram for us in this community. So if
Yep,
you want to put something up in Instagram, all you got to do is let Lynn know, and you can find her in Foul Play. So, how are you doing today, honey?
I'm doing great. It's been a long day.
A long day
Uh, a long
waiting.
day. Yeah, yeah, and cold. Oh my God.
Beautiful here.
Yeah,
We
you're
be
lucky.
Yeah, we got an Indian summer or something going on, something like that, I guess. I don't guess what? It's not 50 degrees. There's not snow on the ground, and I'm loving it. So
Yeah,
as long as
we had the first frost yesterday,
oh,
and I'm like, oh, I hate the winter time. Can it go away? Can I just have summer, please?
well,
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
Hmm?
Do you have four seasons in Norway, or do
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
four
Four.
seasons?
Yeah.
Like Minnesota, we got fall, spring, winter, and fall, or in
Mm.
summer. So yeah,
Every one of them. Really, the spring and summer often meshes together, if you know what I mean.
does you do?
And the winter and the fall also meshes together
Oh, I hope
now.
that's not Linda low budget.
Hmm?
Oh well, at least we can tell the difference this year. Most years we can't. It's like that, just kind of like quick. Summer's like gone, and winter's like
Yeah.
it
But
drags.
I'm very far south in Norway, so nowadays it's not always we get snow in the winter. Just rain, rain, rain.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta say,
It's rare to get snow
I
now.
gotta say a special hello to somebody. Hello, Robbie. Mwah. Love you, miss you too. I've been real busy. Anyway,
Mm,
somebody that I
mm.
absolutely adore. If you ever get a chance to go over and check out Save Robbie's channel, he's wonderful, funny,
Oh,
got a little teeny gerb or no, what are they called? Oh, not a gerbil. The other one, hamster named Sandra.
oh,
So
oh!
cute.
They are cool. Yeah.
And he sings so good. Robbie's got a great, very unique voice. So go check him out. I recommend
Oh,
him. He's very,
yeah.
very positive guy. And
Oh, we like positive. We
yep,
need positive.
yep. And he's a real person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. LOL, Sandra. You betcha. I love Sandra. And I
Let
love
me
you
see.
too, Robbie. Blessed. Be safe.
I'm very sorry, guys, if I get light when I'm
That's
checking
just
the
a milk colored
chat.
sun
Yeah.
from Norway. That's
Sa-
beautiful.
white paper.
Porcelain
Oh,
skin. Are you checking out the chat now?
yeah,
Now,
I'm
is
actually
this is your first time on YouTube, right? It's not easy all the time.
no,
Like
it's insane.
I was telling you, I get really you know, nervous and all that. And you're like, why? Why? I don't know why. I just do. I get a lot of anxiety. But once I'm on here, it's like time flies right by. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah.
got you into supporting? First of all, how's Instagram going? Because that I never even thought of before, but a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
So, want to talk about it a little bit and see what you did? Say what you did.
Yeah. I have as all of you know, when Netflix launched this series, me and my husband was glued right away
Mhm.
and watched it. I mean, several times, and just sat shaking the head and how this was possible to even do, and uh, uh, and then I started between 2015 and 2018, and the second round I started watching YouTube and
Mhm.
searched around, and I didn't find anyone that was into the case like that. But when 2016 rolled around, I started watching Richard Ericose,
Cozy, yep.
Yeah. And I followed him, and when season 2 came, I watched that, and I got back to, and he was the only channel really I followed at that time.
Most of us get our start there, or well, personally
Yeah.
with Ripper and Casey Martinez, but then Eric Cozy was the safe place to be. Was always up to date. What?
Yeah, he was, yeah. And what's happened was I've never used Twitter because I don't need social media. And then when he actually started putting out thing on Twitter, I got to Twitter and I thought, oh, okay. And one day I actually go into Twitter and I see loads of picture, rest in peace, Stephen Avery, blah blah blah, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Who
Yeah,
is Richard? Because I only knew him as Eric Jose.
right.
Yeah. And then the picture popped up and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And
Huh.
I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then I watched one video and there I got a link to Discord
Mhm.
and got put in to and talk to the people on Foul Play. And I decided, okay, if I can do something, then okay.
So you just the Instagram, and
Yeah.
then yeah, I know
I
you.
saw that I saw that they had everything but Instagram.
Right. Is that on the website now then too? Do you have that? Did they put the Instagram account on them? Because I haven't been. Now this is really showing a great staff member, Linda. Bad.
Mm.
For the Discord for Foul Play, I haven't been to the website. And Linda, low budget, best productions there ever was happening right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
go off and you might stay on. So you might want to do a song and dance or a blink or I don't know, tell a joke or
Mm.
something till I come back because
Yeah, of course, of course. I can talk to people. That's okay. Ooh,
I have Linda Low Budget Productions going on here. So
that's okay. That's
that's just
okay.
what it is. We
That's
deal with
okay.
because we're real here. We make mistakes, and this
Yeah.
all the time.
We're people. We're people. We don't
That's right.
have high production.
Shoes. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Oh, Nosy Ren, yours, Sean,
Oh, Sean.
Caroline, Dark Side, Catnip, my super mod. There is no
Oh.
mods here. Guess what, BB? I have to make some mods because I haven't done this in a long time. I really haven't. But I got to have my super mod. Where is
Mm,
she? Right there.
that's
Katniss.
okay.
I took them off because I wasn't using my channel and I was having some problems. So we
Mm,
that right there. I don't know.
yeah.
Whereas
Life gets in the way sometime, and that's what I like about this community. If you have a hard time, just take a break and come back when you're
yeah, exactly.
feeling better. I mean, no stress at all, no judgment.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you find
so
it easy to when you started watching Eric Cozy and you started getting into the case and then you started talking to people about it? Well,
mm,
did you find a lot of facts being told to you, or did you find a lot of um things that
you,
you had to like sift
yeah,
through to get the fact? You know what I mean?
when people tells me something, I have a hard time believing anything these days. So I
Mhm.
started looking up the documents a little bit and verified. And if people told me something wrong, I was like, no, 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 look here. That's what's going on. This happened. And the people in my family are actually people I can talk to
Right.
with this case. And everyone is like, what's going on? How can this be? And that poor kid, Brandon. I remember my sister told me she is like 11 years younger than me, and she told me, what if this was your son? Because he's so much alike. How would he take this? And that got me thinking about how those children, especially Brandon, was pushed into this. And it makes me so mad. And Stephen, can you imagine 18 years away from your loved ones? Come out, be happy, smile, have a great life starting. Oh my God, what's happening here? Sorry. My God. And just came out, and he only got about, oh my God, close to 2 years outside.
Mhm.
And I mean, you can see this about it. A woman goes missing. He feels safe enough to go to the cabin.
Right.
I haven't done anything. I'm not running. I'm just here. And when he gets up there and he sees that thing evolves before he gets arrested, can you imagine the angst he must have felt?
Yeah. How do
And
you
Brandon,
how do you
he,
get happy, you know?
yeah, and Brandon wasn't even a thing yet.
Right.
Everyone was just trying to support Stephen, and
Mhm.
then what's mind-boggling, Linda, is when they couldn't get Jody to spill the
Right.
tea.
Mhm. Then
Who do they go to?
they went down every bit.
Yeah,
Couldn't get Jody, they got Brendan.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the dates are, I mean, they talked to Jody the last time in February,
Uh-huh.
and the first time in the beginning, and the first time Brendan was in, wasn't it 27th of February in in school?
Yeah, when they got him, yeah. When they took him out of school, they can do
Can
that.
you imagine?
They can do that in Wisconsin. They can't do it here in Minnesota, but they can do that in Wisconsin. They can go take you out of school and bring you wherever you want to and sit there and tap your knee and give you a sandwich and a soda and tell you to tell the truth, but use
Mm,
their words, tell them what they want to hear. They can get away with
yeah,
that, obviously.
yeah,
They did, you know?
yeah. And I remember our one of our main newspapers actually, when the series got out in 2015, and they wrote about it in 2016, and that's when I saw a lot of the facts and could verify it in court documents, and I started looking at those in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
So,
many things, and it's so shady everywhere you look at. What, every document you look at, something is wrong.
right. There's way too many
Yeah,
like oh that's just a typo.
yeah,
Oh well that's just a typo. Oh well that officer doesn't make out reports. Oh well we forgot about this. Oh well, you know what I mean? There's just too many
mm,
coincidences and too many little mishaps in one case. Don't you
yeah,
think? I mean,
yeah,
I've looked at a lot of other cases and I really don't see as much. Well, maybe I haven't dug in so deep either, but I mean, the worst case of prosecutional twist it around and turn it to make it fit their narrative to me
mm,
is Central Park 5.
yeah.
That
Oh my God,
prosecutor,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was absolutely, definitely was going to change the timeline, where the location was, a whole bunch of other things. So it was
That we should have learned from that. I mean, when you see how kids can be manipulated in saying
right.
things that are don't that's not their words, that's not what happened, and still you can get the kids saying what you want them to say. That's scary.
Mm.
Really, that's scary.
I don't know how they can do it, why they can do it to kids like that. I think across the board you should never be able to do that with a child. Um, I don't know.
Mm,
I have no. I mean, my brain doesn't go there. You know what I mean? I can't think of it happening ever. To it just doesn't make sense to me.
no, no, it doesn't. No,
There we go,
I
Linda
mean,
Lobo. It doesn't make sense to me. My brain doesn't think like that. I think it's
No.
completely wrong that they can
Mm,
do that. Um,
mm,
and I think across the board, they should not be able to do that to any kind of juvenile at whatsoever, anywhere. But
no.
we have state to state. Do you have a lot of that wrongful convictions in Norway? Or don't you know? Can you FOIA things? I know in some countries you can't FOIA, like in England, and you can't get court documents in Scotland and things like that, to look at cases.
You can, but it really depends on what kind of case it is. They are very protective of juveniles in Norway.
That's good.
If, say, a 13-year-old stabbed a man and the man died, we in Norway wouldn't know the name of that child.
Oh, really? They would never put the name of the child.
No, no, because you in Norway, when you are a juvenile, what's happening to you are you get treatment
Hmm.
with the CPS, with you get a team around you,
Hmm.
and the judge can give you maybe 3 to 6 years to you're 18. You have to be under CPS custody, but you
Right.
can still live at home, but they are responsible for you.
So, what do you have life sentences there?
No,
Okay, you don't have 20 years. Well, you're in your country, then they want to educate rather than
yeah,
in prison. So they rather than put you in prison, they want to educate you and teach you the right way, right? So there's a lot of
yeah.
that. There's
When you
more.
get when you get the maximum sentence in Norway are 21 years.
Okay.
But you gotta think 21 years. In Norway, one prison year is following the school year. So it's only 9 months, 10 months in
Wow.
one prison year. Yeah.
Okay.
And you only have to, if you get 21 years, you only have to serve 1/3
Okay.
of the
They,
sentence.
they have that here too. It's
Yeah.
called good time. Right.
Yeah. But
Right.
you still have to be in the criminal care, if you know what I mean.
Right.
You get help. Yeah, you get a place to live, you get a work. They do pretty much everything to make sure that you don't go back.
So a lot of rehabilitation and education on
Yeah,
what's going on, so you don't have repeat offenders.
yeah, we do, but that's mostly misdemeanors who get tickets or maybe 10 days in jail or something like that. I mean, and and you got to think about it in a funny way. In Norway, we are very uh, bent on rehabilitating, as you
I
say.
think that's great. I think we
Yeah,
should in the States.
but you have to look at it both ways, though. If you
Mm,
get a child molester,
right.
you
I don't think they're rehabilitatable. I don't.
they actually get, but they only get about 6 to 8 years in prison and maybe sit around 4.
Mm,
But if you are a person who actually is sick and can't rehabilitate your mind around it, we
right.
actually we actually allow chemical castration
Oh, okay.
voluntarily. Yeah, voluntarily.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
you
one way
can.
of stopping it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, because
Many
yeah,
choose that. Many
yeah,
choose that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so you're never going to see anybody like 16 years old like Brendan and go to prison for
No.
40 years. That's
No, no,
just
no,
not.
no, 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 no,
That's
no.
just, yeah.
You can get instead of a prison, you can get judged to be in a facility, and then you are only going to be let out when you're mentally okay to be let out. But there's a but here. We rarely use it on children.
Right. Because children are still learning and they're still going through things, right? I mean,
Yeah.
children are learning. you
And
know.
if we use it because the crime is so heinous
Mhm.
and the person is so mentally ill somehow, then they get taken care of in hospital settings instead
Like
of
a social
institution.
worker, a care worker that works with
Yeah,
them, things
but a
like that.
judge have but a judge have to make sure that they are okay to be let out. But you never see people sit in the institution or prison or anything
Right.
for more than maybe 16 years,
Well, that's good.
US years. Yeah.
Really good then. I mean, do you
Never children, though. They let out when they're 18.
so they
Mm.
they really have like totally believe in rehabilitation and that
Mm.
children are still learning and they can be changed through the time that they've been in, like, what did they go to like a school or a home instead of a prison? Is it like that, like a halfway house type thing, or do they just,
Yeah.
well, depending on their crime, I guess? I mean,
uh,
what I'm saying is if they committed a murder,
Yeah.
would they be locked up where they couldn't get out?
No,
You
no,
know what I
no, no,
mean?
no,
But
no,
yet
no,
being
no.
educated at the same time. So
Yeah.
there's a punishment and a rehabilitation. No,
Actually, yeah, it is. Actually,
okay.
when you're talking about it, I have a link to a documentary I can link in the comments later
Yeah.
about what was it, prison guard, some kind of chief in the prison system from Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
He Yeah, he came to Norway to watch how our prisons are and how the people in the prison actually get treated.
Wow.
So it's talk about maybe trying that in a little juvenile center in Wisconsin
Wow.
further
That's
down the line.
definitely need to
Yeah,
take some lessons from somewhere because they're not doing it right
yeah,
now. You know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
that's good.
And he was like, "Wow, yeah," because he saw you. If you're a juvenile and you are serving prison time, you
Mhm.
have to go to school. That's a demand.
Okay.
And if you don't behave, you get um, some kind of oh my god, some kind of tutor in the prison or outside, and you
Okay.
get weekends off to go to be with your family. You get Christmas vacations if you're a good behavior. So even if you get 16 years, you can go out every weekend, and you also be allowed to go outside the wall to go shopping if you're a nice person, if you behave well.
And change. You totally believe in people having their rights, even though they've committed a crime, because you still have
Yeah,
your right. They've still,
yeah.
they don't have no unfair and cruel treatment. There's no, like,
No, but
lock.
Norway don't believe in locking up people and throwing away the key. That's the difference.
Wow.
No one should be
That's
treated like that.
I want to look into your system. I really want to look into your
Yeah, yeah,
system and see
yeah,
what you're doing there. It's just really, really, it sounds like amazing. Like we need to adopt that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we need to have education like that. Yeah,
yeah.
because there's
We have
many
one.
offenders, they
Yeah,
don't have anything to stop them from going and doing it again. Because they're treated
yeah,
like animals. They're,
yeah.
it's just, it's the whole thing is messed up. But I don't know how long has that been that way? All that you can remember since you were young, or has they just started adopting this, or is this just
No,
always
no,
been?
it's always been like this.
Wow, I don't know
As
why
long
we.
as Norway have been.
I say it to
So,
all the time to all of my all around the world friends. Man, I
mm,
want to go to your country. Man, we need to adopt some of your laws. You know what I'm saying? Because they just make
mm,
sense.
yeah,
America is a messed up place.
yeah.
Every
But we that live in Norway actually look at how proud American people are to be American. And I can understand that because you do have great things, but not the justice system. That's just trash.
Yeah.
We have to have justice for my. I can understand people getting mad if they are have lost a family member to murder. I can understand they want to have people locked away, but
Right.
for life, a life
Oh,
for a life.
yeah, there's far too much over sentencing. I mean, this you know, this
Who are
three
we to judge?
strikes law, you know, can
Yeah,
once you have three
that law
strikes.
is insane.
Oh yeah, there's a guy in Georgia right now who his third strike was a half of a blunt marijuana cigarette in his ashtray. He's doing life for it. Now that is
Can
ridiculous.
oh, can you imagine?
And
No,
he
but
can't
really,
be a lifer. What are you gonna do? I mean, our laws are so messed up. They don't pertain to everybody. You know what I mean? A
no.
lifer should somebody who kills and kills and kills again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's somebody who needs
Send
mental
them to a
health.
mental hospital. They
We
need
don't
to be
have them.
locked up in a mental hospital. No,
We don't
I
have
know. We have.
their rights.
But I can take one example. In 2011, we had a terror attack.
Yeah, terrorist attack.
Yeah, they call it that. I'm not a. I, I don't agree, but okay, that's what they are calling it. The guy who went and slaughtered a lot of kids on the political island in Oslo. Yeah. He actually got and that's the first one I've known about ever, who has gotten 21 years in detention, not prison, detention. I cannot hear you. What's going on?
I know. I
Oh,
just
okay.
detention. What? I muted myself because I was coughing.
Mm.
That 10 years detention.
No,
I don't
21
20
years.
years of detention. Well,
He
that's like
can, yeah, but he could actually, because we have a different federal system, you know.
okay.
So he
Well, we
can actually, yeah, he can actually be sitting in the full 21 years.
yeah.
And then we had a kid in 2019. Kid. He was 19 though. But he tried to attack a mosque. He didn't kill anyone in the mosque. They stopped him,
Hmm.
but he killed his little sister. And his little sister was from Asia. She was adopted.
Oh wow.
Now they want to make him a terrorist. Can you imagine? Because he
Killed somebody from another.
attacked, yeah, and
Yeah.
because he attacked a mosque. You're not a terrorist. You're a murderer. A sick person. His mom killed him, herself when he was 11, and he was the one who found her.
Oh, so he had met. Yeah, he had really
Yeah,
traumatic
yeah,
young
yeah.
life.
I've
Yeah, see,
talked to him.
they don't look at that stuff. They just think, oh, well, you know what? Like, look at Brendan. Oh, he's just a 16-year-old kid. It doesn't matter if he
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
add
It
what you're
does.
saying, you
It
know,
does.
and it
Yeah,
does. It
yeah.
does.
I've talked to his big brother because I actually saw him posting on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, I'm interested. I wanna
Brad,
show my support."
to
So,
Brad.
no, his name is not Brad. That no, now I'm talking about the guy who
Okay,
who,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, so you talked to in your country, you talked to him. Okay.
yeah.
What did he say?
They are trying to keep him on the same law as the guy who killed 71 people, 69 children. I mean, how? And then people in Norway got angry, and he's actually he's getting a new trial.
Oh well. So
Yeah,
do you see a lot of like appeals for wrongful convictions in your country, or
no,
when they get it? Do you have a jury
no.
trial? You just have a judge or a magistrate or whatever?
We had juries. we actually stopped using them in 2019 because people, how can they do this? They don't have the background, they don't know the law, they don't know the fine print. So it's wrong to have the regular guy get judged by your peers. How?
Yeah, they're not the peers, right?
How?
Because if it was Brendan's peers, they'd be kids that had language disabilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how?
Yeah,
How can
I
people
agree.
who don't have the special occasion to know how a kid like Brendan actually works?
Right, right.
So
I totally agree with you.
yeah,
Jury trial. I mean, jury. I don't agree with it very well. I don't. I don't think it's the best thing. You know what I mean?
when
It
we
just
had when we had jury trials in Norway, we got a lot
right.
of appeals who were overturned,
Okay.
always overturned. Yeah, but as soon as you see the shift where you have three judges, three, and then you
Mhm.
have two lawyers for the state, so five lawyers actually, because the judges are lawyers. They can judge you or not judge you.
Okay.
There have never been a wrongful conviction since that happening.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, that is good. That is really
Yeah.
good. So not one since you got rid of the juries.
Nope.
That well, we're reading in Foul Play, or listening, I should say, to Blind Justice. It's a book, and which reminds me, I'm going to announce it right now. Jax will be streaming that at 3 o'clock Central in
Wow.
Foul Play. So when we're done here, we're gonna jump over there and listen to it because it's extremely good. He
Yeah.
is a prosecutor of prosecutors. So he takes a look at these psychological things, like a prosecutor doesn't want to look at the DNA after they've been convicted, because not because they believe that they got the wrong people or that it's not possible, but that because they did their best and they're out for justice. You know what I mean? They go through this psychological thing. I can't remember what it's called. And it's like, no, you can't test that. No, I believe we got the right people. It's like a tunnel vision type thing, you know. But
I
besides
don't do anything wrong.
right now, in the Avery case, I think if they would have did victimology and they would add an investigation from the get-go, a clean investigation, they would totally see it was.
I don't think we have heard everything about Teresa's life
We
and
won't hear
how
anything
she,
about it. We won't,
what
because
kind
they
of
did no
lifestyle she had.
victimology on it. They villainized Stephen instead. So they turned victimology around onto Stephen to make him look bad. You know, so we don't know it. And that's the shame. Like the 15 years that come up just, you know, on the 31st, it's like, that's a
Yeah.
shame. We can't say that this woman would have been doing this and this, and we didn't know about enough of her. They didn't want us to, you know, apparently, because we would have found out it was, oh, Ryan, Ryan, you know, that was Ryan.
Yeah. But do you think,
To do with
but
it.
I have a
Ryan,
question.
no.
I have a question. I have wondered about this for a long time. I saw a video about multiple disappearances in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
around that area. So
Mhm.
I'm wondering, do you guys have in Wisconsin, do you have a person or persons or a group that's getting rid of people?
We have serial killers that travel around. We have,
Yeah.
you know, the Golden State Killer. We had the Green River Killer. You know, they just travel around and kill people. So they might have traveled around and killed her, you know, and moved on. I don't know. We got a lot of
Yeah.
sick people around. I'll tell you that right now. And
Yeah.
it's just it's because we don't have institutions anymore. You know, I'm serious. I really believe we don't know how to treat the mentally ill in
Yeah.
America. We don't, and that's another reason why there's so much in, you know, cop and people. You know, I think they need to have like social workers or mental health workers working at the same time with the police. Like if Brendan had a social worker or a mental health worker with him, he wouldn't have been coerced. Do you know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
That's what I said in a call in foul play.
mhm,
If someone who actually works with those kids had been either in the as an investigator or an expert in the trial
yeah,
who can explain why Brandon just sits like this all
right,
the trial. He doesn't look up. He doesn't look around. He doesn't fiddle with things. He just
right.
sits like this. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
yeah. He's a very quiet
Can you
person.
imagine what's going on in his head at that moment when you see him understand? He's like, okay, I gotta remember this because this is what happened. And when they asked, how, sir, could you imagine or where have you read this? And
Right.
Brandon was like, thinking, thinking, thinking. I read it in a book. And then gets the question, what kind of book? And he's like, um, Kiss the Girls. And who wrote that? I don't know.
That's for you, Sean. There's the ducks in a row. Couldn't laugh about that one, buddy. This is, you forgot, this is not my verbiage. I can say fuck y'all if I want.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, yeah, many things gone wrong in this case. It's
right,
so, it makes
right.
me so mad. Really.
What do you what do you think's going to happen? When do you think we'll get an answer? What's your guess? And what do you think is going to, what the state's going to do? What is your hope or your thoughts on that?
After the last answer from the state that Kathleen Sellner responded to and now is going up in another thingy, the thing she got, the nothing makes, you can see that. I was wondering, is it a law student who has sewn this together by reading books and just taking one thing from that and one thing? You had two things right beside another who had nothing to do with
Right,
another law in the law.
right, right.
And then that's why I'm thinking no prosecutors want this case.
No,
None.
no, they shouldn't have took it. They shouldn't have. I mean, as it is, they have one person being killed two different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But no one wants
that's
it now.
ludicrous.
No one wants it now. No one
No,
want to
nobody
take.
wants it. No, it's political now.
Yeah. The
You
thing
know,
I think when the state gives an answer, I don't think we're gonna hear something this year. I don't think. But
right?
I think they're finally gonna yield and give her a hearing because you gotta remember in
Mhm.
this time we have waited, she has got another exoneration.
Right, right. Yep. And
Yeah.
she's got a lot of really. I mean, let's just say, I would think over here in Minnesota, if she had one Brady violation or one Denny suspect or just one DNA thing saying that that wasn't
Mm,
correct,
mm,
um, that it would be a trial or it would
yeah.
be an evidentiary hearing. In
Right
most
away.
courts, I would
Yeah.
think that would happen, but
Yeah.
because it's Stephen Avery, who was convicted once already and did 18 years, and then
Mm,
the state was found not at fault because Fallon and Gone and all them kind of touched their eraser upon all the stuff that was going up to old Pago, the
mm,
gov at the time, or attorney,
mm.
whatever she was, the governor. And then now we had Schemmel, who was always hiding behind, the Halbachs. Oh, we
The
protect the
family, the family.
family. Look, you're lying to the family. First of all, You're giving them bones back that you don't even know if they're possible human. That's it. You know what I mean? That's what you're saying in court. So if you're sticking by what you're saying in court, then you're giving the family unknown bones. Or are you saying them were her bones and we got to destroy it? So Stephen Avery stays in jail. Either way, you did wrong. Okay.
I don't think I don't think the reason why
and
I
burning a
don't
cat,
think
stealing things from a pub does not make you a murderer. Okay.
no, you
I know a
don't.
lot of people that robbed and all that other stuff, and they would never think of killing somebody.
No,
You know what
no.
I mean? Ever in a million years. You
I
know?
don't think he has the personality. No, none of them have that one
Right.
personality.
Right. I don't think so
But
either.
the thing with the bones,
Yeah.
the thing that makes me scratch my head, and I can't find the answer to it. How could, if there was an iota of possibility that those bones were not Teresa, why doesn't the family demand those tested? Why?
Wouldn't you?
What do they know?
Yeah. Yeah. What do they know? I mean, the
They
family
have
is
to know
very
something.
private.
I wouldn't accept that.
I
Not
don't
at
know.
all.
Not
I
with
would
all the
say,
chitter
fuck
chatter
you.
going on. I couldn't do it. I just could not hear all that stuff about making a murderer and this and that and whatever, and then not want
And
to know.
no doubt, no doubt.
Mhm.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
not possible.
Jane says she'd be demanding to know whose bones they were. Yes, if
Yeah.
it was a family member, I'd want to know too. You ain't gonna just hand me a pile of bones and say, or well, excuse me, a little pizza box full of bones and say this is my daughter. You know,
No, no,
so
no, no, no,
sorry.
no. I should.
You know, and
I
well,
would have.
it says that there is really no proof that the Hallbucks even got the bones because they
Yeah,
went back to a funeral home. And who was
yeah.
it? Uyghur that did that? So we don't know. You know what I mean? Uyghur's
No,
you know, a liar. You know.
and also something that has made me think, why isn't there a new trial now? And that's the CD.
Yeah, who keeps that in their personal care for all them years and don't give it to the lawyers for him in his appealing, in his first appeals, you know, and all that other. It's just
It's a breach of discovery, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, it is. It is a Brady violation, and also that the only reason why I can think of that first of all is because it would have implicated Bobby. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It would have.
It
They
would
would have
have
had to do
impeached
something
him.
about
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
And I think Scott and Bobby lied because they were scared. Okay, we don't know what they were getting, what was happening to the family. I can only imagine, but I think
Mm.
every one of them was tortured, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
always this in their ear, or followed, or couldn't go here, or do whatever, or threatened. Who knows? So that's what I think. But
Yeah, but
if
Scott
if you're
though.
hanging on to that CD, and
Mm.
listen, I asked guys, is this a normal thing? No, it's not
No.
normal to be looking that stuff up. We've all looked up stuff weird in our life. I don't think I've ever looked up that kind of stuff. I might have, I don't know. It was a lot of years ago. But for that to continually be doing that and have that much, there is something wrong there. Either you're making bets with your buddies about the grossest things you can see, or you're into it, or I don't know.
You know,
Strange.
in the US, the discovery law is so specific. You cannot even make the excuse, yeah, we made a stipulation. No, you didn't. You made a stip that said this and this and this, and then you lied and
Yep, you're
put the wrong name on it. That's not being forthcoming.
right.
That's actually negligence, and maybe possibly malice.
Yep. But they have immunity to anything they do. So they can, if somebody looked at
How?
you and said, guess what? I'm going to let you have the run of your country today for 24 hours. You go ahead and do whatever you want to. Nothing's going to happen to you. Don't you think you'd do it? Sure, nothing's going to happen to you. So that's what they think. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna make it look like this, and then they'll all back me on it, and there's nothing gonna happen to me, even if it does, even if they find out about it. What's
But
gonna happen to me?
I have one question. In the US, you actually elect your judges and the DAs.
Mhm.
Then
But,
people have to be a little bit more vigilant and look and how when they have a candidate, go back, check their records on how
but they
they
don't do what they say anyway.
no, but that's
Players.
you should the people should and now it's gotten to that if one judge have a son or a daughter who becomes a lawyer,
Yeah,
then they get elected when he's going away.
yeah. See, it's all a
It's a little pool.
grandfathered in. See, I think honestly that a lot of people in Wisconsin, particularly, well, in the Midwest, are very comfortable, especially farmers and stuff like that. They're on ground that was given through them through years and their family. You know what I'm saying? Their heritage, and they're doing the same thing. And their dad was a Republican or a Democrat, whatever they were be, and so
Mm,
their family just followed that because it worked. So
mm,
they just keep doing their work. They got the blind eyes on. They believe what their town is doing and what
mm.
they're saying because they're not seeing no problems with their farming or prices or anything like that. And they have family members who've either been police or because it's such a close knit small area. You got families that cross over, and one was a cop, and then the next one decides to be a cop. One was like Griesbach, his brother's
Yeah,
a judge, and he's a lawyer, and all this other stuff. So
yeah. It's a
it
little
happens in
pool.
towns like that.
They just fish out of the little
They're
pool.
very comfortable with not knowing or just thinking that it's the same way. They don't see
Yeah,
change.
yeah, m- maybe. But when it happens to their families,
Yeah.
what about then?
Yeah, like
What
a
about
like
then?
yeah. Everybody lives on Avery Road. If you ask me, we can all in America. This all could happen to us or our kids,
Yeah,
depending on
I
what.
could go it's outside. I can defend myself. I have possibility to really hurt somebody.
Yeah,
And if I end up killing someone
yeah.
and there's no one around,
It's your
in
word.
Norway,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, but in Norway, they actually believe you. If you have injuries on yourself,
yeah.
I always live by one rule, and
All
that
right.
is if someone is threatening me, I let them hit me first.
Yeah.
I let them attack me first.
You get the. Yep. Then you can defend yourself.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. I
That's
can
right.
the thing I'm supposed to do is just get rid of the threat.
Right.
But if that's not enough, I
Then you
can
can
kill
arrest
somebody
people.
and never have one day in jail. Not one.
Well, yeah, there's some states that do that, but then again, I don't know. See, like I live right next door to Wisconsin. Everybody's heard this a million times. They can do that over there with juveniles. They can't do that here in Wisconsin. And I'm only 15 minutes from the border. Okay, so they can't do that. They don't have no immunity over here in Minnesota, but they do over
I
in
don't
Wisconsin.
understand why the US is
Divided by states. Yes.
why?
Each state has
Why?
governed. It's governed by one governor. Each state, because that's independence. It's dumb. It don't work. It don't work.
It's
It don't work for the COVID. It don't work for the justice system. It doesn't work for a lot of things. Okay. The only thing we got nationwide is a speed limit and a seatbelt belt law. Okay. You
yeah.
know what I
We
mean?
have we have we have counties, little counties,
Yeah.
and in those
Grant County is
counties
too
there
long.
are maybe not a governor, but right below that. But they have no say whatsoever.
Right.
Everything has to go by the government, and we only have one government with five different parties. Five.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the government are not even like you have uh, Republicans and Democrats. In
Right.
Norway, actually, We now we have the Labour Party, we have the far right, and we have the far left, and we have the People's Party. All those four
And they
are,
work all together.
yes, in one government, and we
I
have
was
one prime minister, but we also have the king in Norway.
a what? The
A
kid?
king,
A king.
king,
Oh, you have a
yeah.
king.
Oh
Okay.
yes, we have monarchy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know about all that stuff, but I'll tell you what, I wish that our Democrats and our Republicans would all go together and be in the White House together and work out their little issues and be, because there's something of the Democrats and there's something of the Republicans, but they're so busy putting this curtain up so they can do their dirty work. And they're talking about, I mean, who tries to get the president vetoed out of there 24 minutes after he's been president? That's ridiculous. Okay. And it's been a struggle ever since. Now, I'm not saying the guy's right, and I'm not saying Biden's wrong and all this other stuff. I don't know. Okay. It's just too messed up for me to even understand. But I think it's like a diversion. It's a clouded curtain so they can do other things. Like, I don't think they made up COVID. I think COVID's a very real thing. Okay. But I think they're using it to their advantage here by keeping us away. But they're not
Oh,
doing it the right
I'm
way.
not. I
They're
gotta
not doing it the
respectfully
right way.
disagree.
Well, they're not doing it the right way. We need to be like, you guys border down all at the same time, right? You
Oh
can't
yes,
go.
yeah.
We
Nope.
don't. This state won't be locked down. That state won't be locked down. That state won't. You know what I mean? We need to all lock down at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what
Every
I.
store and everything is open in Norway, but every border is closed.
Yeah, yeah. See,
You
now we
cannot
don't
travel
have that.
in or out.
We
No.
don't have that. We need that. But we are governed by, each state is governed by their own governor. So that's why, see what I mean? It just doesn't work.
How
I
does
don't,
that work for you?
it don't work. I don't like
Does
it.
it work for
Like
you?
I said, I'm looking for countries to come move to. So, hey, I'm getting to know them
Oh,
all,
come to me. You can live with me.
Yeah,
I have room.
yeah, well, I can speak like you a little bit anyway.
What did you say?
I say I can speak like you a little bit anyway.
Let
You
let
have
me
that
hear.
very nice accent. Everybody was saying that. Where are you from? Where is she from? She has a nice accent. She's from
Oh,
Norway.
yeah. I feel I have a bad accent though.
Yeah, everybody says that. And look, I don't think I have an accent, but everybody says I do. So who knows?
Everybody understand what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
how bad can it be?
it's not. Did you have a little like music in your words? That's what I call everybody who has an accent. They got a little music in their
Yeah,
words.
but
That
in
sounds
Norway,
pretty.
we don't speak Manital. Let me give you an example, everyone.
Okay.
If I was going to talk to my husband, I would say, "Hallo, kjære, har du det bra i dag? Går det fint med deg? Skal vi gå og spise middag?" Do you see? What I said was, hi, husband. Do you wanna go do some fun? Do you wanna have something to eat? We don't speak flatly. We
Like
speak actually with a
up and a down.
yeah.
It's like, hi, how are you? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that, really. Yeah, it is. But again, I live with a perfectionist, so I have been not bullied, but you have to speak more in one tone when you speak English. How the fuck do you think they're going to
I
understand
like
what
to
you're
speak up and
saying?
down like this. Yeah, let's talk about this. I like it. Sound like this. Okay, let's just talk like this all the way around. That's all we're gonna do. Nah, I talk with like emotion too. No?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but
like
really,
the words. Yeah, they go.
mm,
No, they get
yeah.
that. I wish I
And
could speak my
I
accent.
speak very fast in Norwegian.
I do too.
Yeah,
For English, that's I don't
for
want
English.
anybody to know how bad it is because
Yeah,
I speak
I I can teach you.
I speak
Ju-
Linda language.
Oh, you speak Linn language.
Linda language. That's right. Is a little bit of
Yeah,
this, a little bit of that, and a lot of
yeah,
mistakes.
yeah, yeah. You
No,
know,
that's okay.
the worst accents actually when people are talking English are Frenchmen and Danish and Swedish.
Really? I
Oh
don't know.
yes.
Love all of them. I couldn't tell you if you're saying, when somebody speaks in another complete different language like Spanish or French or something like that, they could be telling me, you know what, you are uglier than a potato cut in half and dipped in shit. But I would say, oh, thank you, because it sounds so pretty.
Yeah, but
Look at me. Oh, thank you.
oh, that sounds nice. But really,
Yeah,
you always hear people say, people from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden
they talk.
can understand each other.
Oh, I can understand everybody except for very fast Scotsman. Like Glenn has a very, very he's rolls his room like that,
I love that.
like rolls together like that. And
Yeah,
I'm listening, but I love the way it sounds, but I gotta listen really hard sometimes when he's
yeah.
I yeah, I don't know what he says.
I can understand some dialects from Sweden, but someone
Yeah.
I cannot at all. And same with the Danish people.
Is it all the same
I can't
language?
understand what they're
Where's
saying.
Norway? I don't know my map. So how far? Well, okay, what is Norway by? It's a little country, right? Is it, like by, what is it by?
Oh my
I,
God.
now it's
On
really
the
showing my stupidage.
we are very we are very far north.
Okay.
From here I am now to the highest pole
Hmm.
in it's about 4 days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So not
yeah.
long.
Okay. So you have ocean around you or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of
I've just
Norway.
been,
And the only thing we are close to we can drive over to are Sweden.
okay. So, all right. So
We
you're okay. So you're by Sweden. All right.
yeah.
What is it? By the way, USA Amsterdam is not Danish. Do you see
I
that
didn't say
green
Amsterdam.
stuff then?
Amsterdam is Amsterdam. That's a
What
different
do
language.
you see that green light stuff, Lynn? What does that mean?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm at yours is
Oh,
at,
the Northern Light. No, no, no. I'm way too far south.
oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
have to you have to travel at least to mid Norway and up.
Okay.
I'm so far south.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen the Northern Lights one time in my life. They were beautiful.
I have
Very, very
never.
beautiful.
You
I was at
yes, I
the
have in Spain.
International
In
Falls.
Spain. In Spain. When I actually drove over the mountain in Spain, I saw it. Just a little bit of it.
Yeah,
But
Boreal, whatever. I can't even say it. But yeah, I was up by International Falls and I seen it.
it's
And
called the
International Falls is right by
Northern
Canada.
Lights. Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights, that's what we call them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I can paint them.
Something, something, something borealis heter det. That's not.
Yeah,
Oh my God! I just went
Aurora,
over to
Aurora
Norwegian.
Borealis. It's Aurora Borealis, I think.
Yeah, I just went over to Norwegian. I was like, something, something borealis heter det. Its name. Oh my God!
Bucket list
Sorry,
then.
people. I'm just starting to speak Norwegian here. Oh my God!
Yeah, my bucket list is save all up my millions of dollars from YouTube and do a European tour. So look out for me, everybody in a different country. I'll be staying on your couch and saving hotel money.
Of course, of course. If you're going to visit Norway, you have to. You have the most prettiest places are, of course, my hometown, Kristiansand, and you have to visit Trondheim. That's very far north,
Mhm.
and you also have to see the town of Stavanger.
Stavano?
Stavanger.
Stavano.
Hmm.
I can't even
That's
pronounce it. Boy, I better get some
yeah,
lessons.
yeah, and that's kind of west and also Bergen. It's past Stavanger.
Okay. I,
Stavanger!
I would love to see all countries of the world, but ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to see Ireland. because just I'm stuck in this green hills and mountains
Yeah,
and
but
trees and
it's
people.
it, we have the same climate almost, minus the rain as
Norway, defo on your list.
Ireland.
Yours wants to
But
go
when we
to
talk,
Norway.
I love the way. Yeah, I love the way. Yeah,
Oh,
I love the way Alice talk, but I have difficulty
yeah.
understanding what she
I,
says when she
I,
talks fast. I'm like, Alice, slow down.
yep. Yeah, Susan spent 6 months in
Yeah,
Sweden.
I love that dialect she has.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
I
love, yeah.
I
A.
oh,
It's
where in Sweden?
whatever.
Where?
It's where Susan did you in Sweden? She's reading a chat.
I I I I, I where did
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
where in Sweden?
where did you stay? Can you speak where
I think she's
where did can
Susan Simmons. She stayed.
did she can you
I heard
speak a little bit? Oh.
Alice and Sharon are the
Hmm?
Ouija. Yeah, the VGs.
Yeah.
I've been to
Oh.
Stockholm. Lovely. Hey,
Oh.
hey, shout out for Stalum, Norway. Oh, she stayed in
God.
John Coping, Copping,
Can you spell can
J
you
O
spell the
N JONKOPING. Is
in
that right?
Norway she was where did she was she in Norway?
That's what she called. She said it. JONKOPING. Might be
Oh,
spelt wrong.
that's in Sweden.
Oh, Sweden.
Mm.
Oh, I think she said Sweden.
Mm.
Hi, Michelle. Hi,
That's
Michelle.
cool. I
She's from
love that name, Michelle.
Michelle. Yep, Fernan. She's from Australia. And then we got Jane from the UK, and Sean from a little bit in the UK. And then we got
He's a
Darkside
little bit,
Ireland and
and Sean is a little bit from everywhere. No, I'm just
Denmark.
kidding.
I, I think yours is from Denmark, but I'm not sure. He's the
Is he?
same rules at. I'm not sure where he's at. I can't remember, but he
I have
speaks
talked to him, but
yours
he
and
speaks.
rule. Uh,
Oh,
no, he's not from there. I don't know where he's from. He'll say
okay,
it. Can't remember.
okay.
It's a nice accent too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Netherlands. He's from the Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands. Oh, that's not
Netherlands.
far. That's not far.
No, it's
That's not
like the same for you. Holland,
far.
can you?
It's like 3 hours to Denmark in a boat, and then I have to
You guys
drive
got the
5 hours.
wooden shoes, right? Yours? Wooden meals and wooden shoes. You guys live in windmills and wouldn't have wooden shoes.
Yeah.
I love to live in a windmill.
Windmill, I love those. Oh, I love those. Every time we drive to Spain, we see 1,000 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
People really
We
live in that. It's not a thing that America puts off on us, huh? Tulips
every
and
year we drive to Spain. It takes about 29 hours. And because my mother-in-law and my father-in-law lives there, I love it. It's a hell of a ride though, but
huh? Spain, where the
then we
bullfighting is and the running
no
of the bulls, right?
bulls.
Never.
No, that's not my journey.
It's not my journey either. No way. Getting mixed up with
No,
Holland. Yeah, okay. You know what? I don't know my way out of a paper
they are
bag because I never
dangerous.
wear one. There you go. I never had to wear one, so
Ah,
I don't know my way out of it. But I do
no,
know my way out of
no.
this because guess what? It's time for us to go because we have to go to foul play and never
Yep,
smoke
we
too.
have to do.
But Lynn,
Yeah,
we'll come back for another talk. We'll get some of these smarty pantses on here that know so much about the
yeah,
map, and they can teach me a thing or
yeah.
two. But
This
thank
was
you for.
so fun, you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
you can come back anytime. I love talking to people.
yeah.
Obviously, I never shut up. So, you know,
Just let me know. Just let me know.
you did great, they said. Is there anything
Oh, thank you,
you'd like
guys. I love you.
to everybody,
Oh,
thank you so very much. Thanks for being my first in a long time
yep.
back again. You know, we're gonna get Alice up
Yeah.
here next, Dr. Silkman, Pam,
Yeah.
Susan, Diane, Jane. We're gonna get a bunch of people back on here. Maybe I can get yours. No,
Yeah.
just only probably. Maybe
You
Catnip,
think?
my
Do you think?
supermodel.
No.
Supermodel come up.
Oh,
Uh, anyway,
yeah. That
thank
would be
you, all my
nice.
wonderful mods.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. Check her out on Instagram. If you got a video going out, give her the thumbnail. She'll put it up there for you. She's really done a lot. We got how many
Yep.
followers do we have? Do you know how many
It's
followers?
about, I would say, I think it is about close to 90
Woo, good.
people.
There you go. That's a good way to
But we
start.
are 82 and we are following 571. So
Wow. There you
I'm
go.
working on it.
Yes, you are. And it all takes work. So
Yeah.
everybody come over to Foul Play. Listen to Blind Justice. It's great. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that little bell if you want to hear from us. And stop back again
Like.
for another crazy afternoon. Thanks,
Yep.
Lynn. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Be kind.